What is up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue. Let's go ahead and hook up some smoked macaroni and cheese. I'm going to be making more of a basic macaroni and cheese, but you can get as creative as you'd like with this. This is one of those recipes that if I'm just making it for the house, I can throw all kinds of stuff in here. Anyway, I mentioned we're going to be smoking it. If you don't have a smoker, this same recipe would work just as well in the oven. I'm going to be using a smoker that was sent to me by a company by the name of Z Grills. They sent the smoker out so I could put it through its paces and see what I think about it. Anyway, I think this is going to be a perfect test for that because it's going to be something that we're going to be cooking at a moderately high temperature. So I'd like to see how it holds the temperature on that. Like I said, basic macaroni and cheese. Get as creative as you want. Let's look at the ingredients I'm using. The recipe for this macaroni and cheese is going to be in the description, but the recipe that's going to be in the description is going to be half of what I'm doing now because I'm making some for the house and taking some to work. Anyway, we're going to need some large elbow macaroni, some flour, butter, salt, pepper. We're going to be kind of topping it with the Italian seasoned panko bread crumbs. We have milk. As far as the cheese went, I did get fairly creative with this. Not a whole lot creative, but we have Munster cheese, or excuse me, that's a medium cheddar, Munster, Swiss, Monterey Jack, and Gouda. Anyway, those are our ingredients. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and cook this macaroni per the instructions on the package, and I'm going to go ahead and shred up this cheese as well. So I got my cheese shredded, I got my macaroni cooked. Now we're just going to go ahead and hook this roux up. Now there's a couple different ways to make macaroni and cheese. They have the roux version and the non-roux version. And I plan on doing a video on the non-roux version coming up. I don't personally like it quite as much, but it does seem to be a popular way to do it, especially in the South. I prefer this because it's a little bit more creamy. So we're going to melt this butter down. And once the butter's melted, we're going to go ahead and add our flour in and start cooking it. Alright, got that butter melted. Let's get this flour in. Now, we're not going to want this to be dark. We're just basically going to cook this for maybe a minute, minute and a half, just to cook out the glutinous in the flour. And that's going to take away that kind of a flour taste from this. So that's been about a minute and a half. I'm going to go ahead and add our salt and our pepper in right quick. And you could use white pepper with this if that's what you would prefer. And now we're going to go ahead and add our milk. And I'm just going to add a little bit at a time. Alright, let's go ahead and add all this cheese in. I am going to reserve a little bit of this cheese for later. Alright. Now I've been on about medium high heat. We're going to go ahead and turn this heat down to low, and this is just going to start thickening up. So this is what we're looking for right here. Now, if this pot was bigger, I would go ahead and dump my macaroni in there. Since it's not that big, I'm just going to go ahead and get another pot and mix it in that. This could get a little bit messy here, but we're going to do the best we can. Like I said, smaller batch. Add the macaroni to the cheese. We're having to do the exact opposite for this one. Should be good to go though. I'm just going to stir this in. Alright, got that stirred in. Now I reserved some of that cheese from earlier. Now all I'm going to do is mix the cheese with some breadcrumbs. And we're just gonna top the macaroni and cheese with it. And one ingredient I didn't mention earlier was I am gonna spray the top of it with the butter cooking spray. Now I got the smoker getting heated up. We're just gonna go ahead and top this off with a little bit of that cheese and breadcrumb mixture. And this is optional. I don't want it to be too thick. All right, that looks like a done deal. Let's go ahead and hit it with some of this spray. All right, when the smoker comes up to temp, we'll just go ahead and get this on. Now, if you were using an oven, I would just say go ahead and throw it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 40 minutes. I'm trying to let some smoke get into this. So right now I have some oak wood pellets in here, and I'm gonna be setting my temperature, or setting the smoke setting to the smoke setting, which is gonna put us around 225 degrees. And I'm gonna do that for about 20 minutes. Then we're gonna bump it up to 350 degrees, probably for about another 30 minutes after that. So this macaroni and cheese is a done deal. It's starting to get a little bubbling around the corners. That's what lets me know that we are good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this inside, let it cool off, then we'll go ahead and get into it. All right, so that's what it looks like. Let's just go ahead and get in. See what's up with this flavor. See how much of that smoke got in here. And like I said, if you're a fan of that, the non-roux macaroni and cheese, I do have that on my radar as well. Anyway, let's go. A little hot. Nice subtle smoke, nothing overpowering. I'm gonna tell you, that Z Grill, you know what? It's just like an outdoor oven. Set that bad boy on whatever temperature you want. That thing holds true and steady. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna leave a link to all the Z Grills information. If you're in the market for a pellet grill, telling you, nice price point on that pellet grill. Plus they have a few other special offers there. If you click on them links in the description. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here so I can go ahead and knock the rest of this out. Thanks for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe. I'm out.